Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. All right, second flight ever on the FMS F-86 SABRE or SABRE, however you want to say it, the Sky Blazer livery, which I just love this red, white, and blue. I can't wait to fly it on July 4th, so very patriotic looking plane. 5,000 HRB, a brand new one, 50C discharge. And let me turn the plane away from us. Look at the side of the fuselage. Got the air brakes. I got the inner one and then the outer one. I've got a 7-channel receiver and decided to put the air brake on its own separate channel. And I found that flying at high rates with basically 90% with 20% expo all the way around ended up being the way I wanted it. And I tell you, right now the plane sounds kind of a high-pitched whine, but once I open her up, man, she's got a deep, throaty roar to her. I love the lights on the tail. They're so bright. Even in the sunlight, you can see them. All right, takeoff flaps. Reset the timer, 3.5 minutes. Second flight, here we go. Man, has that got a good sound. All right, come by half throttle. Now I'm going to punch it. Oh man, does that sound good.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right. I will. All right, into the wind fast. All right. I've had a request for the opposite direction pass. That's what I'm going to do. All right, about half throttle right there. Half throttle, swing out just a little bit. Now I'm going to hit the coals. And up.
Gear down, landing flaps.
Out towards the road.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Okay, about third throttle, quarter throttle.
Braking.
I always forget the air brakes when I'm almost ready to stop. Now I'm not going to do grass hops with her only because those gear doors hang down so low and I just don't want them to get caught. I'm sure they can handle it, but why, if you've got take advantage of a runway while you got it. All right, we're going to take off with the wind, which you really shouldn't do, but we're going to. All right, we're going to put landing flaps in. We're going to bring her back by for a nice slow pass so I can show you some slow flight capability.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Gears all the way down, or the flaps are all the way down. So let's go just show you how nice and slow and stable she'll fly. Look at that, look at that. I'll take this opportunity to put my gear down. All right.
30 seconds.
All right. Gonna point the plane right at me. Out of the power, back into power just a little bit of power, a little bit of a flare. Whoa.
Braking.
Almost kept it on the runway. I tell you what, folks, FMS has absolutely raised the bar once again on a foam jet. Yes, folks, you heard me right. This whole thing's made of beer cooler material. But it's a little more expensive than a beer cooler. All right, flaps are up, air brakes are in, and just let me show you from the rear view. There's my flap settings all the way down, and there's my air brakes coming out. If you look at the inside when you get yours, all that's detailed. Everything is so detailed. The cockpit is detailed. Everything just absolutely gorgeous model. Gorgeous model. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So, as Brian Phillips would say, sorry Brian, but it's gorgeous. All right. Remember, these gears do take time, okay? But that's okay. Absolute no glue to put the plane together. I do suggest putting a small piece of packing tape, clear packing tape on the front of this door, because these downward facing lights, I discovered this last night when I was taxiing around the driveway. The lights shine down and you can't really see them all that well right at you. So if you put a piece of clear tape, it acts as a reflector and reflects the light a little more forward, just a little extra. That's an extra tip I don't charge for. And big cheaters on the bottom, so be cognizant of that. Whenever you land in grass, you might get some grass debris up in there and you'll have to clean your EDF out. So that's another reason why I don't want to put her on the grass. But look at the wheel clearance. You know, when that compresses, you've only got maybe an inch or two, you know, when these things are compressing and rolling. And I'm just afraid of the grass catching this and maybe a big clump ripping that off. And she's just too pretty to damage. But I think if you could swallow your pride and remove these doors, you wouldn't have to worry about it because she's got plenty of clearance otherwise. All right, let's take a look and see how much juice is left in 3-minute flight minus, I don't know, 20 seconds. So 3 minutes and 16 seconds, so on a 3.5 minute. That's where I've got the HRB 5006S, basically 1.5 inches back from the front. Running a Lemon RX Gen 2. Stabilized receiver. I did decide to put a stabilized receiver in after all. 34% left. Now this receiver does not have self-level, it just has wind mitigation or wind gyro. Well, there you go, folks. That is the second flight ever. I mean, the detail they've done on this plane, even the battery release button is detailed. The pitot tube screws into the screw that's in the pitot tube is metal, goes into a brass fitting screw. That just little touches like that you don't see in a commercial, okay? Got this fin, just slides on and off, so if you want to take it off. Just the detail, the little things, everything's the painted tape to cover the servo wires. Just, they knocked it out of the park, folks. They did. FMS just absolutely knocked it out of the park. This thing, let's get a little close-up view of this thing. Just look at this thing. I mean, it's just, I'm just absolutely blown away by it. It's just a beautiful jet, and she flies just as good as she looks. Folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is the second flight ever on the FMS F-86 Skyblazer SABRE. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and them planes. Bye, y'all.